The recording
How
is
does that sound
going.
better?
Fuck, it's genius. Oh, I mean, great.
Alright,
Yeah.
after almost an hour, or correction, 2 hours
Oh,
of
shit.
technical difficulties, I am here.
Here we go. Right.
Let's just say my penis.
Last we left off, you all made the trek to a mining site owned by the Titan Trove Mining Company, where you'd been tasked with investigating an Urat Sam sighting amidst reportings of dragon rituals, and given permission by the government to do as you saw fit if you were to find yourself in any sort of conflict. After a few days' travel, you found yourself at the edge of the quarry as the mine workers did their business, dazed but uninterrupted. Catching a glimpse of some figures on a balcony of a building on the opposite side of the quarry, the three of you decided to leave the employees be and make your way to the building. Digging around, you find yourselves upstairs in the sleeping quarters in the Overseer's clean, albeit ramshackle office. Rummaging through the Overseer's desk, you found first a stone cold to the touch, the Urat Sam signal, etched into the surface, Jesus Christ, and glowing faintly. You also found a note warning the mining company of dangerous minerals, with a promise to protect their employees in exchange for permission to freely roam the premises, signed by the unofficial Guild of Health and Sickness. Checking the latch door, I believe Tylak it was, found a secret switch that opened a hidden door in the basement. You made your way down to the basement, and as you got closer, you heard chanting, louder and louder as you approached. Ithrelgir art vux gamus. Olenil hesi relgil kartimak hesi ksenya. Or wir urat som redluinik dut aso. Over and over again. Making your way into the secret room, you found it to be less of a room and more of a cavern. In the center of the room, a pyre of purple energy, rising to the ceiling where it hit the stone, dispersed and fell back to the ground again, creating a loop of energy. In the middle of this pyre of magic was a body, hovering lifelessly and surrounding the pyre were 6 figures, dressed in that all-too familiar purple cloak of the Urat Sam. With little hesitation, you leaped into action, doing anything you could to stop whatever ritual they were performing. The skirmish was hard fought, and you managed to kill 3 of the cultists and incapacitate a 4th. As the cultists completed their ritual, the able-bodied vanished in midair, leaving behind their dying comrade, who spoke to you about his acceptance of death and how he'd much rather be dead in front of the gods than alive in a world they'd turned a blind eye to. With his final words spoken, the ground began to rumble, and the last thing you heard was a dragon roaring from the skies above. We pick up. The 4 of you are still in this basement area. The rumbling of the ground has stopped, but quite a bit of stone was jostled and fell from the ceiling, so you aren't sure how stable this room is now.
I'm the gob.
I wanna look around the room and see if there's, like, I don't know, something worth interest.
I mean, there's the dead body of the one cultist that didn't get away. So you, there were 6 cultists originally, and you killed 3 of them, and then badly injured the 4th. The 3 that you killed teleported out or were eviscerated, whatever may have happened, whenever the 2 remaining healthy ones also teleported away.
Drats.
But because the last guy died after everybody else had left, his body stayed.
Yeah, I wanna search his body to see if there's anything on it.
Nothing crazy. There's a couple of silver we'll say 3 silver pieces and the normal dagger.
Oh, I'll take those silver pieces. He doesn't need it anymore.
Obviously, he's wearing the
Oh yeah, you're poor.
the Urat Sam. He's wearing the Urat Sam ritual cloaks, as have been most Urat Sam members you've run into at this point.
Should I take the cloak?
I believe you have a damaged one at the academy. I don't know. I mean, if you want to have an undamaged one, I won't stop you. But I don't know what you would do with that, really. You can. It might come in handy later. Oh, I didn't do
You know
the one
what?
thing I reminded myself to do at the top of every document. I always forget to full screen.
Hey, don't forget to full screen.
Thanks.
You should also share your screen.
Why do I need to share my screen?
So we know what happens next.
Exactly.
I'll just slap this
Yeah.
bad boy on for now.
Holy crap! We got music!
Can you actually hear it this time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I knew for past couple you didn't have the audio set up right.
Yeah. For some reason.
Okay. After searching this body, or first, do you want to take the cloak? I'll need to make note of that.
I'm gonna just take the.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the cloak just in case we need it for something later. Never know.
Let me mark that down in a notepad somewhere. Alright. While I'm doing this,
This guy's supposed to be on this facility or something.
is there anything else you guys want to do in here? There's not much to do, to be
sure.
fair, but
Is there any weapons lying around?
no, not really.
You should have this dagger on this guy.
Isn't it closing in on us?
You get the sense that this cave could collapse in on you, because it's not really a structural basement. It is just a secret room that was carved into the side of the actual basement.
Oh no.
And because you guys were fighting, you know, throwing blades and slinging spells in here on top of the fucking dragon that got summoned, and the rumbling of the ground, you don't know
That was
how
kind
much.
of crazy.
You get the sense that this room could collapse, and it may not be entirely safe to stay here too long.
Alright, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna skedaddle.
Outside anyway.
In that case, okay, let me make sure everything's good. Exiting the front door of this building out to the exterior of the quarry, the once bright and almost overwhelming light and heat of the sun you'd come to expect here in the Badlands has been replaced with a layer of cloud and rain. It's around now that you hear it. It had been almost eerily quiet since the ground stopped rumbling, but now stepping out to the outside, you hear a dragon lands on the ground in front of you. The ground trembles under its weight, and the clouds above begin to crash with thunder. Standing across now from this beast, many times larger than you, its scales are a beautiful shade of blue, shimmering every so often as it's illuminated by the lightning overhead. The dragon stands tall over all of you, taking a moment to stretch out its limbs before looking down on you all with its glowing eyes and beginning to speak.
Wait, what?
Well then. I didn't expect my summoners to be so haphazard. Takes quite a bit of knowledge and effort to summon a dragon as great as I.
Monk, now's the time you fuck this dragon.
What? That's great.
Buddy.
Clap his hands together like an evil fly.
Insane.
I got a goblin staff
So, I'm
for
just
you.
gonna step in front of yo session we get now. I'm just gonna hide him behind me, right? So nothing goes wrong and we don't get blasted to smithereens. So
I just love the monk. This is the time where you'd fuck the dragon.
Fuck the
Maybe
shit out of this
not.
guy now.
Pull a Shrek and do your thing.
buddy, a Shrek? He's the donkey.
The movie, I'm referencing the movie.
I know, he's the donkey, yeah.
Oh my god, whatever. Anyway.
From Shrek.
I don't know
You
how
were
to say
going to
this
say,
thing.
So we summoned you, huh, buddy?
I would assume so. There's no one else around, and it surely wasn't the miners.
You're right, it was us. And what does that mean for us?
Hang on. You kind of say that with a hint of
No, there's no hint. It
like
was
you're on the fly. Roll a what's the check I'm looking for? A persuasion check?
Is the Black Dragon? Is this
Everybody or
evil
just
Larry?
formal. Me, stupid dumbass
Just Noah.
shit-ass
He's the one
Jones.
talking.
You said persuasion?
Yeah. Womp.
What'd I get?
Five.
5.
Dude, oh my god.
Alright, Monk. Do your thing.
No, no.
Well, buddy, we have no other option.
So I
on.
now throw Tylak.
Alright, well, here's the issue with that, right?
No, I'm just
I was
kidding.
I rolled a competing insight check to see if the dragon would know that you're lying.
Uh-oh.
Dragon rolled a nat 20.
What?
Of course he did. He's a dragon.
The dragon sees right through you at this point.
Damn it.
Well, maybe I would have believed you had you kept your mouth shut.
Buddy. What?
But if you didn't summon me, could you be so kind as to point me to who did so I can do my business with them and be on my way?
So what I do is I point, but then I turn the finger right back at me. And I say,
No,
I
my
did.
friend, he's
buddy.
not very bright. It might seem like
Buddy.
he's lying, but he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
You roll a persuasion check. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. No way, he gets a nat 20 on this.
Roll again.
Wow, you suck. What?
That's a bummer.
What?
Second one
That-
was a nat 20.
Insane.
Unfortunately, it is disadvantage, which means that he has to go with the 8.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Man, you suck at this, Mike.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that got us in this mess.
the dragon is now growing impatient. He has not fallen for your ruse.
Did I give it a swing?
Yes. Take a swing.
You're
That's a good idea.
gonna take a swing at this dragon?
No, no, no! My attempt at persuading. Like, I'll push through and be like, I summoned you.
You would probably be at a double disadvantage, given that you failed twice.
Go ahead. Just try. Just do it.
If you
You'll
roll
get
3 nat 20s,
you will roll 3 nat 20s, I promise.
Aaron, can you give a little DM insight what will happen if I fail this?
it doesn't seem like he's...
No, he's not a dragon.
The dragon is not violent towards you at this point, but like I said, he's growing impatient. He's just trying to know where he needs to go so he can go do his business and be about. Because
We're telling the truth.
this is going through the dragon book that you guys got either last session or the session before. I don't fully remember.
That's the dragon book again.
Again, I don't fully remember. I believe it was Aethelin.
Oh, yeah, it
Well.
is. God.
Fuck.
But you remember from what Aethelin has told
Hasn't
you.
been here the last
and-
3 sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You recall from what Aethelin told you and kind of just skimming through the book yourselves that these dragons don't have like, haven't been summoned in a long while, and they've all been dormant for several hundred years at the very least. So this is his first time being awake and active in a long-ass time.
Wait, can I just ask him if he has any clue why he was summoned?
Good, yeah.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
can do that.
Well,
I haven't the slightest idea. That's why I need you to tell me who summoned me so I can go find out.
Activate it. He's just like, please, sir, just tell me where the people are. Well,
He
oh,
killed
wait.
half the people that summoned him, so.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
Yeah, we all like huddle together.
Oh, I could say something.
Listen, we have to do something here.
Trust me, I know what to do. So I turn back at the dragon, and I'm like, so, dude.
I think he's gonna kill us. I think he's gonna get us killed.
So, dude.
Actually, no, it wasn't.
Shut up.
All right, buddy.
So, I have a proposition.
Proposition, you say?
Yes.
Go on.
How long have you been dormant?
Hard to say exactly, but I'd say several centuries.
Several centuries. What was the world like back then?
Can I get to know? Gotta risk him up?
Shut up.
Line of dynam?
For most of my younger life, I suppose, the world was quite peaceful. Everyone lived in harmony.
Well.
Animals and man alike.
Well. Now, guess what? Everybody's racist. I'm not kidding. Everybody's racist.
That's it.
Yep. But guess what? The worst part is, I'm assuming that when you lived back then, there was like this noble people that were in these like houses and stuff, right?
Yes. No,
They're dead.
Now this is some
Yes.
change that I can get behind. Continue.
And well, the person or the people that killed them, we have been trying to hunt down, and actually we found him, and well, it didn't go too well. Died. Well, we almost died. I actually lost my leg, as you can see here.
Please don't get him started about his fucking leg. He won't shut up about it once you get him going.
You
Tap
see-
my hand on the leg.
Whenever you mention that the royal family was dead, this dragon kind of started to do what you can make out to be an evil grin or an evil smirk of something of the ilk.
Oh god.
Or he was definitely happy to hear that the royal family had been dismantled.
You see, that's what I wanted out of this conversation, to see what side he was on. Well, yeah.
Do pray tell. Do you have a name for these people who have dismantled the royal family?
There's this one guy we knew called. I'm gonna maybe mess up his name.
You're gonna say the Warhammer guy again?
No, I'm not. Okay. Magnus.
Magnus who?
Is that the right name?
Finn Magnus.
Magnus was
Finn
correct.
Okay, good. Finn Magnus.
I suppose that will do. Very well. Thank you. And he just He begins to lift off the ground.
Hey, buddy. Let's calm down. Come back down.
I really should be off, but
Well,
I have the feeling that this won't be the last time that we see each other. I look
Why-
forward to our inevitable clash, but I really should be
well,
going. And he flies off.
A plane?
He flies away.
Get the information of the guy. Now he's gonna go find him, and now we fucking lost the dragon.
What are you saying?
He flies off to the west, leaving you in the midst of this storm. We'll do a time skip here through the travel back, assuming that you guys are ready to head back.
I mean, there's nothing left. There's nothing in this area for us anymore.
Or
Well,
not really.
He's obviously a bad guy, guys.
Yeah, I don't think we could have persuaded him much without lying.
No.
But you know how that went.
Yeah. And I don't think we're persuading a guy who's had a vendetta for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Like, not happening.
I think
Alright,
we should
great.
try our
So-
luck with the gold dragon.
Like I said, we'll time skip through it, but eventually you end up back at the observatorium after some days. You're greeted by the centaur guards at the gate as they open the door. You make your way inside where you're immediately greeted by the chief. Oh, you look rough, what happened?
You don't want to know.
Well, buddy, we met a
Mr.
dragon.
Eggcob over here lost the damn dragon.
I didn't lose him.
The what?
I heard Arthur Morgan.
Did you break a wheel of some kind?
Broke the goddamn wheel.
We broke the goddamn wheel. I done broke the goddamn wheel. But yeah, we found a dragon. But let me tell the story, dude. So we ran into some summoners that were doing some summoning things, and we killed a bunch of them. And the guy left, so we tried to question him, and he was like, "I'll die." And then we run outside because it's like very undisturbed. It's not safe underground, and
And because we heard a dragon roar.
we heard a dragon roar, and we came outside, and there was a dragon up there. I asked him questions, and he was obviously
What?
he was not on our side.
Well, shit. That's not good. Give me a moment.
Buddy, wait out. Yo.
He hops up onto the table and he starts pacing back and forth. I'm also going to change the music. I forgot to turn off the evil cave music.
Music turned off for me. It
Couldn't
didn't
have.
Oh, there it's back.
There is no music for me.
Oh, you got the curse of no jump.
Is it this one? Oh, that's so loud.
Like sword village, I'm about to make muffins.
Where the fuck is the evil cave
Reference.
music? Why is the evil cave music still playing? Turn that shit off. There we go. Okay. He hops up onto the table and he starts pacing back and forth around the war map that's on the center of this table.
Yeah.
Well-
Isn't he like really short or something?
He is a halfling.
So yes.
And he starts moving
He's
some
either-
stuff around. He starts moving around like little flag pins and other stuff on the map, like Monk, you'll know what I'm talking about, but the Skyrim war maps that are in all the keeps. And so
I know
he's
exactly
moving.
what you're talking about.
So he's moving around those little flags, like the fucking Stormcloak and Empire flags. And he's just kind of thinking quietly to himself while he moves this shit around. And before eventually well, fuck. Alright. We'll worry about that soon enough. Look at this. He pulls a rolled up piece of paper out of his satchel and he slides it across the table to you guys. It's the bounty poster that Aethlin gave to the Academy, the one that had the special writing on it just for him. And Alanya, the female elf approaches from the upper levels and kind of leans over the balcony railing. The ink was too old for me to date effectively, but the writing in red at the bottom wasn't done nearly as long ago as the rest of the page. My best guess is that these posters were made to be exactly what they are, no home intended. However, the writing in red? Blood. Fresh too. If my work is right, and which it usually is, I date that blood to be about 2 weeks old from the day you handed it to me. Doing the math, from the day the beams emerged from the old Woodwaker estate, to the day you showed up on our doorstep, I'd wager a guess that the blood was drawn the day you got the note. Now, being the scientific genius that I am, I did some very precise work. Got some of the blood off the page, rehydrated it the best I could, and with little help from Virath, I put it away from safekeeping. If you can get your hands on a bloodstone, you could probably chase down whoever the blood belongs to, if they're even still alive. Well, won't be easy, but starting with finding the biggest intact diamond you can. Once we'll have that, we can work from there.
Alright.
Send you off to Eridania, see if you can't find one cheap. But, Miss Asred, you're probably gonna want this. He reaches up and or I suppose he reaches directly across, given he's still standing on the table, so he's probably about your size at this juncture. But
Reaches down.
he hands you an envelope from his satchel, and it has a golden wax seal of the cracked halo logo of the Holy Capital. Probably best you read that as soon as you get the chance.
Are we gonna see this in Minecraft?
We're not going to see this in Minecraft, unfortunately, unless you want to. I still have the drawing of the... That's Minecraft, I don't want that one.
Version.
I don't want the Minecraft version, get that shit out of here. You know, fuck it, here, Minecraft version.
No way.
Let's go.
But if you'll take time to read that now, Asred, I can go ahead and tell you what it says.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll read it now. I thought you had more dialogue for everyone else.
Nah, just you.
Okay. Okay.
Letter reads, Miss Delirium, the Astradian government officially recognizes the passing of Scarlet Loveday. First and foremost, I wish you my sincerest condolences, as I know the feeling of losing someone so close. The burial of Scarlet Loveday will take place on the evening of the waning move at the West Wall Cemetery. Unfortunately, we received very little financial support, so there will be no funeral service. However, we will provide a priest of judgment to say Miss Loveday's final rites, as is standard practice. Yourself, along with any companions, may attend the burial to say your final goodbyes. And once again, I'm sorry for your loss, and we wish you the best in navigating these difficult times. J. Shoemaker, Holy Capital Funeral Home.
Oh, John Shoemaker.
You've got some time to kill here, but burial service will take place tonight, so you can get a portal to the capital to save you the travel time. However, if you want to do something here in Orineth, now would be the time to do it.
Personally, I don't.
Back on the little man.
Wait, wasn't there a little dude that was following Monk or something?
Hmm?
TP Torpo, where's he?
Oh, TP
Dude, TP Torpo's missing in action. We don't know where TP is, bro.
You have not seen TP Torpo since you met him in Tylag.
Oh my god. That's
We
probably
need
for
a
the best.
TP reunion.
No. A TP reunion.
Last you saw TP Torpo, he was in a courtyard in the capital.
Yes.
But Orineth's mostly farmers, sages, apothecaries, and stuff like that, so you probably won't find much in terms of weapon and armors. But you could probably reasonably find potions, spell scrolls, or just like basic street merchants selling whatever they've got. If you'd be interested in that. Or if not, we can go straight to the capital and get on with the plot of this session.
I guess we should go to the plot of the session. Does anyone oppose following the session?
I'm definitely not.
All right.
So, one of the Academy members, doesn't matter who, unless you guys have a specific Academy member you'd like to speak to.
I don't know any.
You guys gotta start
Where is
taking
John
notes.
Academy? Where's John Academy?
John Academy's gotta be Chief Wild Whistle, right? He's the leader of the Academy.
Yeah, he's
I
gotta
know. I
send
thought
us
you were
off.
just gonna make someone up named John Academy, and I was gonna go speak to him.
But one of the Academy members opens up a portal to the Capitol, and a lot of you head through. Once you're in the Capitol, you still have a few hours to kill before the funeral, so again, you can go shopping here if you'd like, or
You really want us to just kill
no, I'm
time
just
or do something?
opening the option. I'm opening the option to you. You probably should kill some time though, because I don't know how long the session's gonna go otherwise. But the Capitol's the capital. There's a lot more here than there is in Oroneth, so you can pretty much do like any shopping you need here. There will be a shop or a street merchant or something that will be selling anything you're looking for. Again,
No, we're
if not,
going
we
to
can
the
just
plot.
say if not, we can just we can time skip to the funeral.
I'm gonna go buy something.
What you're looking for?
I forgot what I was trying to do. How much armor do I have again? Do I have the whole set or no?
I don't recall, dude. That is your job to keep track of at this point.
Oh no! I might be cooked. How do I go to my inventory?
Do not keep notes.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm just trying to
I don't
think of
think it
things.
says anywhere on your character. You probably
I
should
found
keep notes
clothes,
of what you've got.
bar, hammer.
You do have that fancy chest plate that you got a couple sessions ago.
Oh, yeah, I do know about that. I think that's it though. I think I just have stuff other than that. Oh yeah, I don't have a helmet yet.
You could probably get a helmet.
Yeah. I think I have everything else though.
Alright. I don't know. It's tough to find listings for armor by the individual piece, but I'll do some division here. Are you looking for what kind? Are you looking for plate mail, presumably? Probably the best you're gonna get.
Yeah.
A plate mail helmet is probably gonna run you about 250 gold. And that's probably on the
Gold?
cheap.
Oh my.
That's on the cheaper side.
Oh yeah, I'm not poor. I could actually do that.
Could do that, yeah.
Hmm. I'll go ahead and get one, yeah.
All right, yeah. You find a blacksmith. Actually, you find the blacksmith that you went to last time you were shopping here in the capital. And
Alright.
I'm not going to do the whole role play here, but you walk up, the dwarves are working at the forge, and the older human man, long dwarf adjacent beard, almost like he grew it to fit in with his employees, is kind of manning the counter, waiting for somebody to approach, and he sees a lot of you approach. It's like, well, good to see you again. What can I do for you?
I'd like to buy a helmet. Good
Helmet,
sir.
what kind? Plate mail, chain mail?
You guessed it. Plate mail, sir.
All right, give me one moment. And he walks into the back for coming out with a plate mail helmet, sets it down on the counter. 250 gold.
What does it look like?
It is. I don't know. I have a mental image in my head, but it's hard for me to explain it. It is a full head helmet that goes up and above the head like you would expect it to, and then it's got like I believe it's the Roman helmet strip that goes down the middle to protect the nose.
Oh, yeah.
So it is very akin to a Roman soldier helmet, but it's a silver, presumably iron or something of the sort helmet, instead of like the brass or bronze, whatever it was that they used in Rome.
Yeah. Alright, nice.
You've got that. Don't forget to mark the gold off of your character sheet.
Yep, I just did that.
Cool. Anybody else want to buy something quick?
No money. I have 30 silver.
Good for you.
Yay!
Yay.
I was gonna buy flowers for the funeral.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. You could reasonably
We don't have
find
to roleplay it.
right. You could reasonably find an apothecary or flower shop, something of that sort.
I'll just buy like red lilies or some shit.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. For I don't know, I forget the exact transfer rate, but for hang on. I feel like it's gotta be on this cart somewhere. I have an entire 7-page document here.
Oh my god.
Of different shops, and it doesn't show the.
Why are flowers not included?
You didn't think to add flowers?
It's more so just that whoever made that list didn't think to include the currency exchange rates, which frequently becomes an issue for me. You could probably get flowers for 2 silver pieces pretty easily.
I don't have silver.
2 silver
Can I give?
If you wanted to pay,
can I just give?
Yeah, if you want to pay for the
gold.
flowers, go for it.
Yeah, I'll pay for them.
And I'll give you
I'll give
gold.
my. I will give 2 out of 3 of my silver pieces.
You have gained money from this exchange. But
You
yeah,
became a richer man by buying flowers.
you have now a bouquet of various flowers that symbolize death in the various Astradian cultures. Roses,
Yay.
lilies, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but I don't think they would obviously not be called this in campaign lore, but I don't have a suitable replacement name for them. But Japanese spider lilies, I know, are very common, like funeral flowers in Japan. So you get a bouquet of flowers.
Tutor for this map. What's like a Japan? We just call it that.
I guess Orineth is kind of the Japan of this game. Orineth
Yeah, we
is
just call it the
what
Orineth spider monkey flowers.
What? Crazy.
The Orineth spider monkey
It
flowers.
probably would just be like Orin lilies or something. We do not need to spend this much time on the cultural name of a flower.
No, we need to spend 20 minutes so that we can fill up the time.
But after you finish your remaining
Riveting
business,
gameplay, what are you talking about?
the 4 of you head towards the setting sun, and before too long you arrive at the gates of the West Wall Cemetery. Heading in, it doesn't take too long to find where you're meant to be. Christ, loud ass fucking ass music. Heading in, it doesn't take too long to find out where you're meant to be, as there's a few people standing around a casket. Out of the group, you can pick out a few people.
It could be anybody. There's a lot of people die around here.
Alright.
Firstly, the priest that was mentioned in the note is the obvious pick out of this group because he's dressed in traditional priest garb, as you would expect. But he has a pendant around his neck with a scale, like a balance scale. That's the word I was looking for. A balance scale on it. If you guys would like, you could roll religion to see if you would know what this symbol is or what it stands for.
I'll roll religion.
Oh,
Go for it.
I'll just do it just for funsies.
I know what it is.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, you both you both know without too much effort. Noah, you realize it instantly.
Yeah.
Asred, it takes you a second. You have to sort through the memory, through the filing cabinets in the mind to dig out what this
it's
is.
been a
But
while since my parents' funeral.
this is this balance scale is the signet or the symbol of the god Judgment, who is the god that weighs a soul's worth before deciding which afterlife they are deemed to.
Aren't you?
Not Khonshu. It is more akin to Anubis.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Secondly, the second person you notice here is a tall human man in a suit like most other people, but what points him out from the rest of this crowd is that he has what I'll describe as an Eggman adjacent mustache. It is fully gray, and it sticks out probably a good inch or two from each side of his face.
Is this your dad?
No, it is not.
Okay, thank God.
As you approach this crowd, as the four of you approach this crowd of people, he turns around and he meets the four of you on the path, shaking hands with each of you, first reaching down to shake hands with Tylak, then Gigagob, then Aethlin, and finally Asred. So glad to see people turn up for such a somber occasion. I'm James Shoemaker, and you are?
Talak.
I am Big Boss Gigagob.
And I'm Asred.
I'm truly sorry about what happened. And if you'll have me, Miss Asred, I'd like to talk to you in private for a moment before the service begins.
Alright.
He pulls Asred away from the group, and I'm gonna allow Noah, Monk, you talk amongst yourselves for a moment, and I'm gonna pull Echo into a private Discord channel.
Oh, what the
So you
fuck?
see that game on Sunday?
Secret evil chat.
Okay. So, he pulls you aside and just out of earshot of everyone else. I usually don't disclose this, but you seem like the type that would care enough about it to look into it. We did an autopsy on Miss Loveday, given the odd circumstances surrounding her death. While my coroners have seen their fair share of magic wounds, Miss Loveday's is unlike anything we've ever seen. Necrotic magic itself is already uncommon, but whatever killed Miss Loveday was instantaneous, spreading through her body before she ever hit the ground, but the size and severity of the wound implies that the attack was prolonged for much longer than it needed to be. Almost as if the attacker either wanted to be sure she was dead or just held her there out of malice.
I'm really bad at conversations. I kind of just take mental note of that. Like, and I get like angrier because I was
Okay.
already angry to begin with, but and I just like nod my head like thank you.
That's all for now. You're free to head back to the service.
Okay.
And we can hop back into
Okay.
the other chat now.
Okay.
I roll sleight of hand again
Alright.
to
Why are
steal your
you
pocket watch.
What are you guys doing?
I'm stealing his
I left you unsupervised for 45 seconds.
I stole 2 pocket watches.
Okay.
Bro, I've never had a pocket watch. We've been over this.
Asred, as you walk back to the service and you return to the group, you notice a man that you didn't catch before. Right around the same time that he notices you, and before you can react, he embraces you in a hug. Through tears, he manages to utter some words. I'm really glad that you can make it, Asred. And as soon as you hear the voice, you realize that this is Scarlet's father.
I hug him back and hold back tears.
You meant a lot to her. She would be glad to see you here.
And you two meant the world to me.
He kind of releases the hug and then holds your shoulders for a moment and just kind of nods. You get the sense that he's holding back from saying anything else because he might start crying harder than he already is. Around this point, Mr. Shoemaker steps up to the podium. If anybody has any final words to say, publicly or privately, or would like to leave a memento in Miss Loveday's casket, now is the time. If not, I'll have the priest step up and say Miss Loveday's final rites. And Scarlet's dad steps up to the podium and begins to speak. Scarlet was all I could have asked for in a daughter. She was all of the good parts of myself and her mother, without any of the bad. And trust me, I've got a lot of flaws. Watching Scarlet grow up was one of the greatest privileges I'll ever have. She was a source of light in this world that seems to grow continually consumed in darkness. I don't think there's a single person who walked away with her from a bad taste in their mouth. I won't lie to you all, it's hard for me to be here tonight, but I believe that Scarlet would want us to live our lives with the same positivity that she lived hers, and celebrate her life instead of mourning her death. So I say to you, thank you for being here to commemorate her. And to her I say, I'll see you again someday. And I love you. And he steps down off the podium, holding back more tears, and Mr. Shoemaker steps back up. Anybody else?
I look down because I don't want to cry in front of everybody. So no.
Am I able to play a sad funeral song on my banjo?
My God, no! They'll ruin everything.
You do get
Come on, man.
You do get the sense that playing a song here would, sad or not, would not be a great call.
Not a great call, no.
I will say now, Asred, now would be the time to leave the flowers at the casket, if you're going to do so.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, Mr. Shoemaker waits for a moment. A couple other people walk up and put little trinkets or mementos in the casket, and then once everybody
Funny.
once everybody settles back down, he does a final check. Very well. Father Darunia, whenever you're ready. And at last, the priest steps up to the podium and begins his ritual, lighting a few candles before speaking. In the name of judgment, I call upon you to guide this soul to the afterlife they deserve. We ask of death to give this soul safe passage through purgatory, and of judgment to weigh their deeds before the afterlives and judge them not only on their deeds, but also on their morals and their intentions. And lastly, I wish Miss Loveday the best on her journey beyond this mortal coil, and I wish her naught but peace in the afterlife. Thank you all for attending. The priest steps down from the podium and towards the casket where he solemnly sprinkles some sort of dust along the top and leaves 2 unfamiliar coins in the dust.
I go over
After
after
he-
my crowbar in the casket.
Your what?
My crowbar.
Your crowbar?
Yes, I have a crowbar.
Why would you do that?
Well, I don't want to give away my sword.
Why would you? Okay.
So you get a couple of odd looks because
Yeah.
this is certainly past the time. Like, you were given ample time earlier to leave a memento with the casket, and you waited until after the priest said his last rites. So you get a few odd looks, but it's a funeral, and most people can tell that you mean well, so nobody stops you. And then,
Yes.
after you do that, and the priest finishes up, he walks over to a group of Goliath men who have kind of been standing off to the side, and he says something to the group before they disperse. And the Goliaths move to begin lowering the casket into the ground with the aid of a large winch contraption that they attach the casket to, with chains and hooks on each corner, before they lower it into the ground. And on his way out, the priest walks up to you guys. I truly am sorry for your loss, and I wish you the best going forward. And with that, he keeps walking. He exits the graveyard and heads out into the streets.
Bro's an NPC.
Can I wait until like everyone's gone?
Yeah, it takes probably 30 or 45 minutes for everybody to kind of clear out one by one, but eventually everybody files out, and it's just the 3 of you. It's the 3 of you and Scarlet's father and the Mr. Shoemaker. I blanked on his name for a second. Mr. Shoemaker is the last to leave. Leaving you guys and Scarlet's father there unattended.
Okay, what I want to do is first I go to the dad. I like wish him well and that sorry that we had to reunite this way. And I give him a hug before I go back to where Scarlet was laid to rest. And then I pull out her note that she wrote with the ring in it. But while we were...
I believe it was a locket that had the note and the ring.
Yeah. And fuck. So while we were traveling, like she would fidget with it at night and like, you know, be sad.
Mm-hmm.
But she managed to unclasp it or like kind of undo it so that she can combine the locket and the ring and wear it together.
Okay, yeah.
And like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in Elvish, she would say a promise to her, basically saying like that she's the love of her life and that she'll never be forgotten and that she loves her so much and blah blah blah, all that shit. But also to avenge her and do what's right so that her death won't go in vain.
All right. Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to say it up on the podium.
No, that's fair.
anyone was curious. And that's it. That's all I want to do.
You're done here. Double check. Gob, Tylak, you don't have anything you want to do at the funeral of this person you do not
ran
know.
out of crowbars.
You put the crowbar in there so if she comes back to life, she can pry her way out.
No, that was to get her through the gates.
Yeah, bust her way through.
I got nothing.
All right. Yes.
You know what? Play a little song now.
Can I play a ditty? I'll play a ditty.
Do not play Diddy. Diddy is not here.
The
Diddy
I would
is
argue
not-
that now is a worse time to do it, given that the only people remaining here are the three of you and Scarlet's only surviving relative. Now would almost be a worse time to play it than with everybody here.
Make sure it's like really happy too.
I can play We Are Family.
No, God. You can play Weezer.
I can play Buddy Holly.
But once you've finished up here, your next goal is to head to Ardania, a city
just
you
doesn't want me to succeed.
a city that you have not yet visited, in search of a large diamond to use as the main component of your bloodstone. We'll skip the travel again, but I've got some stuff I'd like to do during your long rest, so we're gonna go ahead and roleplay that real quick. Also, because I just think that long rests are a cool roleplay opportunity between your characters.
Yeah.
So, I'll re-explain this really quick. I mainly wanted to re-explain because Connor wasn't here last time, but he's also not here this time. So, obviously, eventually, after some time walking, you notice the sun's starting to set, and you begin setting up camp for the night. It's also been 2 months since the last session, so I think it's worth re-explaining. Obviously, long rest, you regain all your health, spell slots, and abilities. That's just key game mechanic, that's how it works. But the way I like doing long rest, there's going to be 3 shifts of keeping watch throughout the night, each of which will be taken by a different one of you. But before then, I'd like to encourage you to talk amongst yourselves in character before we decide who's taking what shift.
All right.
Question: can I use my actual dice I got?
What?
For what? Oh, you mean like in character? You just want to play dice? Or are you talking about real life physical dice? Because I'm not fully opposed to you rolling physical dice. There's just nothing to roll them for at this current juncture.
No, I was just saying in general. Can I use my actual dice? Because I have
I
no
don't
other reason
mind.
to use them.
As long as you're not lying to me about what you're rolling,
No,
I don't care.
I will be straight up and honest about every roll.
Yeah, I figured you would. It's not a big deal. I don't mind.
Yeah.
That goes for everyone else as well, if you'd like to.
I could use my pretty purple dice.
I can use my
Finally.
dice that have real bone in it. Let's go.
What the fuck?
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys would like to talk to amongst yourselves in character? That was not at all how that sentence should have been formulated, but you got the idea.
I still understood it. I don't really have anything.
So are
No,
we
you there,
like,
buddy?
are we sitting by a fire or are
You
we
are
all
sitting around.
just
You're sitting around a fire with like sleeping bags rolled out, kind of like Baldur's Gate 3, where whenever you
Okay.
go to camp, you've got the sleeping bags laid out around the campfire.
Okay. Asred, I just want to say I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't know her, but I'm sorry.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Get Gob, I'm sorry for bullying you about your leg.
I don't even know if Noah's still here.
Noah?
Alright. He's looking at his
Second.
ceiling again.
You probably went to use the bathroom. Didn't you just
He
talk?
may have.
Bro had to tinkle.
I mean, we could wait a minute or two.
Yeah.
Well, while
Oh,
we're sitting here,
hello.
yes.
Are you
Come here often?
are you from the capital?
Nope, I'm actually from the wild. I was born in the wilderness.
Okay.
Yep. That's why I don't have good social skills.
I could gather that.
Also, it was me and Teepee for many years because my parents were ripped apart by bears. Well, at least Ma was. We don't know where Pa went.
Is he back?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, there you go. Welcome back.
What happened?
We're doing fireside roleplay before you
I
guys
was-
take your long rest.
I was talking, but I don't know if you guys are okay.
Oh, well, we couldn't hear you.
Who
Yeah,
at
no,
all?
something went up.
What would you say?
Did you hear what we said?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Talking to
well,
myself apparently, and then
What
I got
was
done with my
the-
amazing speech.
was
and
the
nobody
last
said
thing
a
you heard?
Single word.
What was the last thing you heard?
Dialect saying sorry. That's it.
Oh, okay. Then we'll continue from there.
Where me and Echo are right now, or where me and Asred are, is talking about where I'm from.
Mhm.
How did we get to this?
'cause we thought we went to the bathroom. So I was like, so were you born in the capital?
Where you from?
What the
I
heck?
know we've been traveling for like a month now,
I had an amazing speech that I like fully said.
redo it.
Then give it again.
I can't. It was over. It was great
You
though.
had to be there.
I had to be there.
Shit, alright, dog. Alright.
Yeah. I said, yes, I'm sorry for your loss. It feels weird doing this again. Sorry for your loss. Like I said, when I got away to the Shadow Realm, I've lost somebody as well.
And who are they to you?
My entire family
Oh,
and tribe.
talking about the Finn Magnus incident.
Oh yes, my leg.
And also your grandfather?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. My family is also encompassed my grandfather. My grandfather.
I'm sorry for your loss too.
No, it's quite good. He was old anyways, but
But
No.
I don't think that's quite good.
no, it's fine.
I think you're in one of the 5 stages of grief.
Shut up,
It's
small
called
green man.
denial.
Shut up.
It's okay, I was there.
That is
You
a
know, I
river
watched
in
my mom
Egypt.
get ripped in half long ways by a bear, so.
Wow, that is gruesome. It is for the best, yes.
Well, I was only a 7-year-old goblin.
Wow. Sometimes things happen. Who knows? But,
It was just me, Teepee, and my banjo.
Yep. It's,
Speaking of TP, I miss that little bugger. I
Okay.
haven't seen him in a while, even though he's annoying.
anyways, where'd you say you're from? Was that
I'm
what we were
from the
talking about?
wilds. I was born in the wild,
Yeah. Born
in the
in the
wilderness, with
in
the
the
animals.
wilderness with the animals. Makes sense.
Yes. Me and Astrid already covered this.
Oh, okay. Well, Astrid,
So, which one of us is gonna take guard first?
I will take last.
Of course.
Okay.
Like
So
last
Gob will
time?
take. I was about to say, you're gonna take the morning shift after you got hit in the head with a rock last time?
Did I?
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I'll
Asred
do
threw
it
a
again.
rock at you because you wouldn't wake up.
Oh yeah. Yes, I should. I shall take the morning shift, as they say.
Alright,
I'll go
so
first. Screw it.
which leaves Asred for the middle shift, I guess, for lack
Just
of a
like
better
last
term.
time. Well, actually, no, I think I went first. I think.
Okay,
I
so
don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Asred and Gigagob, you head off to sleep. You're asleep before too long, and Tylek, you sit out and you keep watch as you listen to the fire
Quietly.
crackling gently behind you.
Quietly playing banjo music. Soft
Okay.
banjo music.
You wake
Is
up and
there-
throw a rock at him.
Is there anything besides playing banjo music that you'd like to be doing during this watch time?
Just kind of walking around the perimeter, looking.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
That would be a what? A
We're all getting murdered.
D20. That's right.
A d20.
We're all gonna get murdered, buddy.
14.
All right, yeah. You get through this first shift without much issue. You don't really see anything out of the ordinary, and before too long, you figure your time with the watch is coming to a close, so you head back into the center of camp and start to wake Asred.
Asred.
Psst.
Wake up, it's your turn.
Okay.
Nothing happened, and when you need to wake up Gigob over here, just whack him in the head with my banjo.
Okay.
That is a steel
Alright.
banjo.
I'll just
Yeah, I will
wake up
die.
time.
Concussion.
You probably break it too.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay my ass down and go to sleep. I'm going to eat.
All right. Asrid, is there anything you would like to do during your watch besides keep watch?
I guess also walk around the perimeter.
All right. Go ahead and roll your perception check for me to make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary. I had the wrong tab open. There we go. All right. 11. Once again, you clear your shift without too much of an issue. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. And before too long, you can start to see the very beginning signs of the sunrise. So you head back into the center of the camp and attempt to wake up God.
Do the same thing I always do. First, shake him, saying his name. Gob. Gob. Wake up. No response, I'm guessing.
yes. I'm fast asleep.
I kick him this
shoe.
time. In the back.
Damn.
Didn't I have to roll or something?
That hurt for real.
Yeah, I think he had to roll like a d4
Oh yeah,
or something.
he did.
Yeah. I'm gonna
We don't have
roll.
to do that though, unless he wants to. Roll a d4. Okay, not that many.
Oh,
Roll
Oh
one
my
d4. Roll one d4. If it's evens, you wake up. Okay, well that was evens. Great. Problem
oh
solved.
wait. There we go. I get up. I say hello.
Hello. So much going on. But it's your turn.
Well, I bet there will be when I get out there.
I hope not.
Well, last time a man came out of the woods and hit me with a rock.
That's totally what happened.
It's true. It was a big golem man, remember? Did you snore like that?
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
That is most annoying, yes.
Like you're any better.
Buddy, what do you mean?
You shook the whole campsite.
The whole campsite?
Yes.
Well, it is. I have good dreams.
Okay. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
And with that, Gigayob, you set up. You get started doing the final shift of this watch as the sun rises. Is there anything you'd like to do while watching? That's not watching.
Well, I'd make myself a cup of alcohol. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, as they say.
Yeah, in the morning.
So, yeah, sure, you pour yourself a cup of alcohol that you, I guess, kept in a flask or something.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna walk around, stumble around the camp.
You probably don't have anything that is a high enough percentage or high enough volume
What do you
to get
mean?
you drunk or really even buzzed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have what would essentially be an alcoholic's cup of coffee, and then you get to do in your last shift. Go ahead and roll your perception check for me.
Perception.
Gizmo, get off of my laptop.
10. All right. Believe it or not, you get to work doing your watch, and as the time passes, it's not really anything catches your eye. As the sun begins to rise, you start to hear the wildlife, the birds and coyotes and whatnot start to wake and make noise, but nothing unusual for a morning like this one.
And by this time, I assume I've had 5 more cups.
Dog, you do not have enough. You had maybe one flask of alcohol
Damn.
that you
Bro, it was a flask of holding.
best case scenario, I'm allowing you to retcon and say that you fill it whenever you stop at a bar somewhere. Because up to this point, we have not established that you had a flask of alcohol. I'm just letting it happen.
Right.
Funny.
I just got one.
One quick thing I did want to do, Asred, while you're sleeping here, you slip into a dreamscape and you find yourself in the stream, shooting up out of your bed to the awfully familiar sound of Scarlet screaming from downstairs.
Oh, not again. I, run down again, I guess. Like, run downstairs.
You head downstairs and you see, unfortunately, exactly what you expected you were going to see. See Scarlet laying face down on the floor as I really don't want to say tentacle, but that is the best way to describe it.
Crazy.
the tendril of necrotic energy retreats out the broken window that it came in through.
I guess I check on her and then like try to run outside. Like just quickly like look at her
Mhm.
and then
Checking
run
on
outside.
Scarlet, she's just as dead as she was the first time you found her.
Buddy.
That's crazy.
Heading outside, there's not much but the broken glass of the window laying on the concrete. No signs of this tendril. And oddly enough, there's not even people out on the streets like you would assume there would be at this point in the morning.
Can I like run down like a street just to see if I can find it?
Yeah, you start to sprint down the street towards the way that you caught the last glimpse of this tendril heading, and it's around that time that you begin to stir awake to Gigagob doing whatever it is he's doing at this point.
I groan and roll back over.
I'm trying to
Lilac,
light
I think
my
it's-
torch with my flail, by the way. That's what I'm doing.
Tylak, it's also worth noting at this point that as you stir awake, you also get the feeling that you had some sort of nightmare while asleep, but you can't quite place your finger on what it was.
I'm gonna
The memory-
kinda just look around, confused, but with the look of what just happened on my face.
Yeah, the memory of this nightmare was gone as soon as it came, but it does leave you with you do wake up with the feeling, that feeling of dread that you have whenever you wake up from a nightmare, as you slowly come to your senses.
Ugh.
And you look around, trying to gather yourself, and you see Gob mere feet away from a lit campfire, trying some fuck-ass method to get his torch lit.
Bob, what? Can we not leave you unsupervised?
It's also, the sun is rising, and while it's not like full daylight, it is not hard to see in the dark, and I'm also pretty sure that half-orcs have dark vision, so he can probably see in the dark anyways.
I'm a full orc, but yeah.
God,
Even worse.
buddy. You don't
What?
need to do that. You're gonna burn yourself. Can you not, please?
What do you mean? I was going to run over there to that bird, throw this torch at it. It was gonna light on fire, and then I was gonna eat it.
It's a bad idea because then you're gonna burn down the entire forest.
Buddy, I'm a lot more skilled than you. I think I could do it.
Azard, please help. Please help me with this.
Help,
I slowly get up.
buddy. What?
Explain to him how dangerous and bad idea this is.
It's dangerous.
Okay.
You'll kill yourself. Or half the wildlife here. I don't recommend it.
Really?
There's a chance you'll kill us too.
Well, that's very bad. Yes. Well, we should probably just put out the fire then, since you're all awake.
No
I mean,
brekkie?
yeah.
Did you want breakfast?
You wanted breakfast last time.
I was gonna say, you made breakfast last time.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make
Should have
breakfast
made
again.
pancakes.
Yeah, I'll make breakfast again, guys.
Oh god.
Alright, so you don't have very fancy food with you, but you have a decent bit of rations. You're never, thanks to the academy, you're never unprepared for this sort of thing. So you
The academy.
have supplies for long travel like this, because it is not unfrequent that you are traveling across the continent as frequently as you are. So you've got some stuff like dried meats, hardtack, stuff of the sort. You've got enough to get in your carbs and your proteins and whatnot.
Can I make pancakes out of the stuff I have?
Probably not.
Damn it. Can I make meat pancakes out of the stuff I have?
Those are called burgers, and also no.
What? No meat pancakes?
This is basically what you have, because you haven't really hunted anything or like gone out of your way to buy fresh meat. Basically what you have is beef jerky and saltine crackers.
What? Dude. Is there any chickens nearby?
There were birds nearby, but you got shut down from hitting them with flaming flails.
Yeah.
And since then they have seemed to migrated to a different part of the wilds.
I knew I had a great idea.
But after you guys finish your breakfast, you pack up all your things and you get back on the road again. And before too long, you arrive at the foot of the Aridanian Mountains, and with a little bit of hiking, you eventually come across the cave that leads into Aridania itself. And much to your surprise, standing outside the cave is Davin Vashtai, the monk from the academy that you all met, I'd say probably about a week ago at this point.
Hey, we know that guy.
Do we get no idea who he is?
He's the guy that was there whenever you guys came back after the golem's head exploded.
Oh yeah, that guy.
And you guys talked to him, and then he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, but come visit.
Yeah.
And as you approach, he hears you. I just blanked because the only thing that came to my mind was he hears you coming, and I didn't want to say that because I knew you guys were going to make a joke. And so my brain just went blank.
Here's you approaching.
He hears you approaching.
He hears you approaching, and he turns around and sees it's the three of you. It's like, welcome everyone. Good to see you all again. We were just about to call for backup. The city is on lockdown, and they won't let us in. There's been a murder.
A murder?
And that's where we'll call tonight's session.
What? Dude.
You should always expect a cliffhanger.
Oh, buddy, I don't want to be hanging from a cliff. I like my feet on the ground.
But as per usual, I'll do the quick sign off. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it was a bit of an empty one, as it were, but hopefully next session we'll get back into the action. If you enjoyed, leave a like, maybe subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the bell to be notified of any new episodes coming out. I hope you all enjoyed.